What's up, world? It's your man said, man. I'm having a ball with this Romney shit. I told you. See, he ain't for people like us. And he swear to God he gonna have us in change. But the way he just disrespected everybody as Americans, this is just ludicrous. You seen the first part this morning. There's the evening version of what they got to say.
Brian, good evening to you. Romney's only scheduled events today were fundraisers, but here at a luncheon in Salt Lake City, he made no reference to the controversy that is now surrounding his campaign. Top advisors insist that Romney believes that voters are more concerned about economic issues that affect their lives than they are about any comments said at a private fundraiser. This is the first campaign-approved look inside a Romney fundraiser earlier today here in Salt Lake City. It comes just one day after this secretly recorded video first surfaced, taken at a private fundraiser in May. On that tape, Romney declares 47% of Americans pay no income tax and paints them as, quote, victims and government dependents who will vote for President Obama no matter what.
So my job is not to worry about those people. I'll never convince them that they should take personal responsibility and care for their lives.
Late Monday, Romney said it was a poor choice of words.
It's not elegantly stated, let me put it that way. I'm speaking off the cuff in response to a question.
Romney, who this summer told reporters he believed in a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, behind closed doors questioned the Palestinians' interest in peace.
And you hope for some degree of stability, but you recognize this is going to remain unsolved.
Before the video was leaked Monday, Romney's advisors had promised a renewed campaign focused on detailing more policy specifics. But just hours after Romney publicly courted Latino voters in Los Angeles Monday.
And I'm convinced that the Republican Party is the rightful home of Hispanic Americans.
That secret recording showed Romney privately joking about his famous father's background, born to American parents in Mexico.
Had he been born of Mexican parents, I'd have a better shot at winning this, but he was not. One of Americans living in Mexico. He was there for a number of years, and I mean, I say that jokingly, but it'd be helpful to be Latino.
And later added,
whether you want to come with Hispanic voters. And if the Hispanic voting bloc becomes as committed to the Democrats as the African American voting bloc has in the past, well, we're in trouble as a party, and I think as a nation.
Romney's candid remarks ricocheted across the political landscape. President Obama's re-election chair, Jim Messina, blasted Romney's comments as, quote, shocking. And Vice President Joe Biden was, for once, almost speechless. Conservative commentator Bill Kristol called the remarks arrogant and stupid. And Joe Scarborough weighed in this morning on Today.
And Mitt Romney is blowing this race. It is too much for many Republicans to handle.
Still, many conservatives rushed to Romney's defense, one calling this his Gettysburg moment, urging Romney to rise to the occasion and fight. And today, Romney didn't back down from the substance of his comments. Instead, Brian, in a televised interview, he tried to turn the tables on the president, accusing him of running a government-centered society and favoring redistribution of wealth. Incidentally, the person who leaked that video is former President Jimmy Carter's grandson, who told NBC's Michael Isikoff that he was angry that Romney had attacked the former president.
Peter Alexander traveling with the Romney campaign, Salt Lake City, Utah, starting off our reporting tonight. Peter, thanks. Romney's remarks about that 47% who pay no income tax set off an immediate flurry of fact-checking, and tonight, NBC's Andrea Mitchell has our reality check.
It started a year ago as a conservative reaction to Occupy Wall Street's battle cry that they were the 99%. Conservative blogger Eric Erickson declared he was the 53%. Taxpayers subsidizing people, in his words, so they can hang out on Wall Street and complain. Others chimed in. It quickly became a Tea Party mantra.
Today, only 53% of Americans pay federal income tax. 47% of Americans pay nothing.
What are the facts? It's true that approximately 47% of Americans do not pay federal income taxes, as Mitt Romney said. But not because they are living off of the 53%.
In fact, about 60% of people who don't pay federal income taxes have jobs. And nearly half the rest are elderly who are retired. They had jobs and they're now no longer working. These are hardly people who are sitting around living off the government dole.
They say 44% who don't pay federal income taxes are elderly, retirees living on Social Security. Another 30% get child tax credits and other tax benefits favored by Republicans. A smaller percentage are the very rich, benefiting from special tax breaks for investment income. Responding to Romney today, New York Times columnist David Brooks wrote, "Who are these freeloaders? Is it the Iraq War veteran who goes to the VA? Is it the student getting a loan to go to college?" Brooks concluded that the people who receive most of the government spending are not big government lovers, but Republicans, senior citizens, mostly white men with high school degrees. In other words, according to most surveys, they are Romney supporters. Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Washington.
And just tonight, we got the first official reaction from the president to the words of Mitt Romney. Here is a short bit of what President Obama said in an appearance for tonight, taped on David Letterman.
When I meet Republicans, as I'm traveling around the country, they are hardworking, family people who care deeply about this country, and my expectation is that if you want to be president, you got to work for everybody, not just for some. And
the president unveiling an outreach to Republicans tonight on David Letterman. And we are debuting new numbers this evening on this presidential race. Our NBC News political director Chuck Todd in our Washington bureau with the results of our newest wave in the NBC News Wall Street Journal poll just out tonight. Chuck, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. Well, remember what this poll is. It's our first national poll after both national conventions and both candidates had goals they wanted to accomplish. The president to try to make the case that the economy was on the right track and he had the right policies, and Mitt Romney trying to improve his personal likability. So let's go to the numbers. On the head-to-head, the president has a 5-point lead. It's a small but significant lead. First time he's hit 50% in over 6 months. Look at the perceptions of the economy. 42% say it's getting better. Highest we've recorded on this poll question in 2.5 years, Brian. Also has an impact on people's perception of which candidate would better deal with the economy. On this, President Obama, Mitt Romney are tied. Why is this significant? It's the first time Mitt Romney has not led on this question on the economy since we began testing this. As for Mitt Romney, did he accomplish his goal of his convention? Look at these likability numbers. He is still upside down. More people view him negatively, 43%, than positively, 38%.
Yeah!
13 straight polls where Mitt Romney's personal rating has been upside down. Now, there's a yellow flag here for the president. On foreign policy, we conducted this poll right after the Middle East crisis sort of popped up, and you can see it's taken a toll on the president's approval rating here. 49-46 approved, disapproved. It's a big drop from last month when 54% approved. Now, one piece of silver lining for Mitt Romney, Brian, his supporters much more enthusiastic about this election than Barack Obama's. We'll see if that'll have an impact.
We'll see.
Of course, these numbers